Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's NXT broadcast live on the CW from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. The show featured the WWE debut of Ricky Starks, who had just been revealed to be a free agent the day before after being released from his AEW contract.
Do not let the handsome face and expensive fragrance fool you. I am here to turn this place upside down. And everybody's been begging the question, when will the revolution be televised again? And well, I'm here, ain't I?
$1 million from now.
We do know who that is. Everyone wants to be part of NXT, and the future is brighter than ever.
In the main event, Tony D'Angelo defeated Ridge Holland in a steel cage match to retain the North American title. After the match, D'Angelo was jumped by Shawn Spears, Nico Vance, Brooks Jensen, and Izzy Dame to end the show. In the opening match, Bayley was pinned by Cora Jade. It was Bayley's first singles match in NXT since NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 in August of 2016.
On the floor, skull first. Double underhook DDT connected. And for Cora Jade, found right up with a second. And that is a statement victory in the career of Cora Jade.
NXT champion Obafemi delivered an in-ring promo during which he was confronted by and laid out by A-Town Down Under. Also on the show, TNA's JDC, the former Fandango, lost to Heritage Cup champion Lexis King. In other results, Zarya beat Nikita Lyons, and Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura won a three-way tag team match over Hank Walker and Take Ledger and the No Quarter Catch crew. In legal news, a federal appeals court ruled yesterday that Vince McMahon's former lawyer wrongfully withheld documents from a federal grand jury, according to an AP report. The documents in question pertain to McMahon's multi-million-dollar settlements with former WWE employees who have accused him of sexual abuse and misconduct. These documents are not protected by attorney-client privilege due to an exception in cases of crime or fraud, as was upheld by 3 judges on the Second United States Court of Appeals in New York. The appeals court states that there were reasonable cause for prosecutors to suspect that McMahon and his attorneys illegally circumvented the WWE's internal controls and fabricated records in concealing the employees' claims and the settlement agreements, and that they made false or misleading statements to company auditors, despite McMahon paying the settlements out of his own money and not the company's. And finally, in ratings news, last week's Monday Night Raw on Netflix drew 3.1 million views globally for the week, according to an official announcement. That included 6.1 million total hours viewed. By comparison, the previous week's episode drew 2.9 million total views and 6.6 million total hours viewed. Last week's show came in 7th place globally for the week and ranked in the top 10 on Netflix in 7 different countries. Saturday's edition of AEW Collision drew 387,000 viewers to TNT, according to WrestleNomics. That nearly doubles the 197,000 viewers that tuned in the previous week when the show was running against the WWE's Saturday night's main event. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a .10, which more than doubled the previous episode's .04 demo rating. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.